Hey everyone, it's Cardboard Collector coming to you with another video review. And this time we're going to be doing it on the Mafex number 239 Spider-Man 2099. So let's dive right into this bad boy. So as far as looks go, paint-wise, he looks good. I really dig the Spider-Man 2099 look. I think he looks solid. I think he looks really good. The dark blues have a little bit of highlight, looks like through them somewhat. And then mixed in with that brighter red, it looks really good. The cape back there looks good. It's made out of a kind of a softer but not too soft plastic. Oh, my back's coming off on mine. There it goes. You'll see that the accessories just fly in a second. The fins right here are a softer kind of rubbery plastic feel. So they are pliable, which is great because I've had a lot of Spider-Man 2099s in my day, and if they're not that pliable or they're not bendable, especially because I store mine because I do a lot of photos and stuff, if they're not that pliable, then they will break. I know that for a fact just because I have had it happen with my Mezco 2099 Spider-Man. So yeah, I'm glad that they made those a little bit more pliable and bendable. So moving forward, let's just jump in here to articulation. So as far as articulation, you have your neck joint and head joint there. So mine's a little stiff. Come on. So he can look up that high. He can look down that far. Side to side for that neck crack. He can hit his Y pose here. And then we'll bring the arms back down. He does have a butterfly joint, so you can get that beautiful arm cross there. One of my favorite things with the butterfly joint for Spider-Man especially. You can 360 the arm, and I think depending on which version, there are different versions of the back here with the cape. Depending on the version, you might not be able to, because some of them do kind of stick out a little further back there, so it might hinder it slightly. As far as the let's see, we'll move. Oh yeah, double jointed elbows. Sorry, lost my where we're going there. Double jointed elbows, wrist pivot, and it's on a ball joint, so you can move that around anywhere you want. So now we're going to go to diaphragm. Diaphragm's going to be a little different this time than normal Mafex, and so I'll show you why. So for diaphragm, you can bend down about that far. Now to bend back, you have this cape piece here, and it has its own joint, so we're going to get into that too. So you do have cape joint movement. It's on a ball peg, so you can turn it 360, you can move it up and down. So when you do that, you move it back a little bit. You can move it back so you can get them bent back there. And same thing, so moving down to the waist, you have your waist movement side to side, 360. You can now bend down about that far with the waist and bend about that far back with the waist and the ab joint. So we'll move the cape back down there. So yeah, the cape does, all the capes have their own kind of ball joints and posability. So leg drop here, and then you can kick up really far, kick back, a little bit to the side back that far. Double jointed knee. Ankle pivot. Can go down that far. Can go up that far. And you have a toe joint. So, standard Spider-Man Mafex articulation, but really good articulation nonetheless. Okay. All right, let's get you stood back up here. I think I moved you a little bit. There we go. All right. So now, face the camera. Now it just looks like you. Well, probably help if I got everything lined back up right. There we go. All right, so now let's move into the effects here. So start off with the heads. So you have a little bit more of a glaring head sculpt here for the mask. And then you have another neck joint with a different head. That is a little bit of a raised mask head showing his teeth there. Because with Spider-Man 2099, he has fangs that can, he can venomize people, paralyze them and stuff like that. I mean, he has different powers than normal Spider-Man, so he can bite people with his venom. I forgot what they call it. I'm wrong. Leave a comment. I can't remember exactly what they call it. But yeah, he raised up his mask to bite. He can bite people to use his powers there. Next, we'll move into the different hands here. So as far as hands, you have your fly pose hands, and all of them have those little claws at the end of it. That's just that's for the Spider-Man 2099 because he has those little. He has the claws and everything on his hands for his costume. You have a pair of the relax hands. You have a pair of kind of open, splayed out a little bit hands. I have a pair of another open palm hands here. Have the kind of grabbing connected hands here for fighting. We have the web holding hands. And then we have your standard magnet hands and feet. So that's it for the hands. Now, you notice with him, he doesn't have whip hands because Spider-Man 2099 shoots his webs kind of like the black symbiote suit Spider-Man from a closed fist, from the top of his hand. So that's why you're not seeing webbed whipping hands. He didn't web swing like that. So technically, the hands he has on now will kind of be his webbed whip hands / fist. So moving on to the next accessories here, we're going to do just the webs. So you have your standard long webs here that he holds, the web slinging webs. You have your web shot, a little bit longer web shot hands, or web shot webs that go on the wrist pegs. And these, if you can see, they're a little different. They're different than normal. They're translucent, but they're kind of like a grayish, smoky color. Which are a little bit different than most of the Spider-Mans we get stuff with. And then you have the shorter version of those too. So that's it for the webs. The last pieces we have here for him are going to be the back pieces. The back pieces are interchangeable, kind of like Nightwing. And you have different pieces here for the web cape. And all of them have articulation just like the other one. So you have one web cape here that's a little bit more wider, bigger, splayed out. Right here, and then you have another one here that has two separate web cape pieces, so you can move them out on two separate hinges here, ball joint like hinges, so you can get more picture and articulation movement, and just better stuff with that. So I think that's cool. I like that they include that. Now, me personally, I would have loved a fabric kind of web cape with wiring like they did for Mezco, but this isn't as bad either. I mean, as long as it's got some movement, as long as there's a big thick hunk piece of plastic like Marvel Legends, I'm good with it. And then the little pieces here, as you can see the peg, these are the pieces that I was talking about earlier that for the holes in the arms that peg into his arms. So when he's in his like a web flight pose with his web cape, you can put those in there to fill in the gaps and everything. So that's all the accessories here you get with him. He comes with a lot of stuff. You got a lot of stuff here. So now let's move into the comparison portion of the video here. So as far as comparisons, I don't have any of the Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2099 stuff. I mean, I have one, but it's just the Spider-Verse one. But I am gonna, and I'll go ahead and put it out here. So I do have, here's the first comparisons, is the Spider-Verse 2099 Spider-Man from the SH Fig Arts. And I figured there wasn't no point in doing the Marvel Legends version since I had the SH Fig Arts version here. He is a tall dude. And then here is the Mafex 2099 version. As you can see here, his sides, or where his fins are shorter than they're supposed to be. That's because mine broke. And I had to reshape and cut mine just to get him to look right. But there's the two different Spider-Man 29s here. And I will say that as far as the costume goes, I kind of like the lighter blue a little bit better with these two than I do the darker version of blue here. But that's what he looked like I believe in the comics it was more of a darker blue like that. So just depending on the shadow. But I mean, I don't hate the darker blue. I kind of like the little bit of lighter blues better. But let's move these out of the way. So next, let's pose him up with some other Spider-Man here. From other Mafex Spider-Man offerings. Here he is with the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. And then here he is with the black symbiote suit Spider-Man. Let me fix your foot there before we set you out. Black symbiote suit Spider-Man. Oh. Come on. Oh my lord. It's like nothing wants to give you trouble until you start doing the review. When you start doing the review and you're on camera, then nothing wants to work right for you. There you go. So I'm gonna stand them in here. Here is the black symbiote suit Spider-Man, and mine does have a different head on it from the I cannot say the guy's name that on Instagram. I bought some heads from him, so that is the head sculpt for that one. So move these out of the way, and then I'm going to show you the 185. It's also got a different head sculpt. So here he is with the Mafex 185 Spider-Man. I do not want to stand right today. And then here he is with my recently reviewed Maximum Series Marvel Legends Maximum Series Spider-Man. So there you go. You can see all those in comparison there. Move those out. So overall, I think the 2099 Spider-Man is a good figure. I like it. I practically like all the Mafex Spider-Man that I get. This one's no exception. He comes with a lot of pieces. I love the different types of backs he gets for the cape, so you can get really more, get a lot more range with the capes for pictures and everything. I think that's great. Like I said, the only thing that I would probably change is just the suit's a little darker than I'd like it, but other than that, I love the figure. And like I said, that doesn't really bother me that bad, but you know, it's something I would change if I could, but oh well. Anyways, so saying all that, I hope you found the video enjoyable. If you didn't, I hope you at least found it educational. If you liked what you've seen, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. In the description, I have links to my social media where I post pictures and try to talk to people best I can if they reach out to me. Also, if you haven't seen my last few videos, this was kind of a triple review week. I did all three of the Spider-Man that came out. I did the Maximum Series Spider-Man, then I did the Tobey Maguire Mafex Spider-Man, the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So if you didn't check those out. And I just would like to say I hope everybody's having a great day. And I always hope that your collecting will be fruitful. Later, guys.